Hello, my beautiful Pisces. How are you? I hope May is treating you wonderful so far. Um, I want to thank you guys for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments, your community comments. You know, how you help each other. I want to thank you guys for that. It really means so much. You know, I think it just allows us to know that we're not alone, you know, as we go through certain life lessons, you know, and we can certainly use the wisdom of everyone, right? Okay, guys, so we're going to look into May for you. I'm going to do a little bit of a different reading this time. It's more of a focused reading. I am going to try to keep it a little shorter this month. We'll see. I'm trying, and it's just due to time issues I have. But, you know, if the messages want to take an hour, then we'll take an hour. So we'll give it what it needs. I'm just hoping I can get the same messages in the same period of time. Okay. Let me just take a second here. Put all the spirit guides into my reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you have planets in Pisces, yep, absolutely, this messages could be for you. Don't forget to check out your sun, excuse me, your moon and your rising, or your sun. You know, maybe you're here for your moon. Because many times you get the whole picture by watching them all. Okay. Sister Tracy in for clarity, please. Mike in for clarity, please. Angela in for clarity. Spirit has very clear messages today for Pisces. Very clear messages, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, I'm just going to flip the cards over. Unity. Now, these cards I'm doing here, this is really what we need to know on a spiritual level. King of Fire. And you'll notice they're all going to relate back to each other. Nine of Fire. And we're going to use a couple different decks. I was just noticing today how beat up my decks are. Ugh, they're so beat up. But, you know, I have a feeling I'm going to use them until they fall apart on me. Hopefully that doesn't happen. This is going to be more we need to know on a human level. Four of Michaels. Knight of Michaels. King of Raphael. King of Cups. Knight of Michaels would be Knight of Air. And we have King of Fire down here. So we got a few people showing up here. So Mercury went direct. Hallelujah. And I know you're ruled by Neptune. I'm not really sure what's going on with Neptune. Give this relationship a chance. I apologize. I probably should have checked that out first. Playfulness. Release your ex. Let me bring this down a little bit more so I can slide these over. Okay. So we have the Knight of Michaels right in the middle here. And, you know, the Knight of Michaels is a very fast-moving energy. Well, I mean, sometimes things are so simple, right? Because I feel that, you know, this Knight of Michaels, this fast-moving energy, is riding right into the King of Raphael, the King of Cups. And I feel that, it's funny because I feel that, I feel this is coming towards you. I feel you are the King of Raphael. King, Queen, doesn't matter. You know, so let me just say that right away. If a king or a queen shows up, doesn't matter, male, female, same sex, it doesn't matter, okay? Just insert yourself where need be, okay? So for some of you, I feel it, you have this air sign coming towards you. But I also feel, for some of you, this is an ex. This is an ex to come back, or this ex, well, okay. So in this ex's mind, what they want to come back together with you. For some of you, this ex could be from your teenage years, or this may be the first time, you know, you met them while you were a teenager. And I do feel like there was some romance there. Now, that's when you first met, because I feel like there was more to this. I do feel there was a relationship here. And it's almost like he's coming back asking for your forgiveness. I feel this was someone who was pretty emotional. Pretty emotional, and there's like this feeling of a past protection, like past, well, it feels like perhaps one of the reasons why you broke up, because I feel there's more than one reason, but one of them may be you felt you needed to protect yourself. You felt like you needed to protect your dreams. What I'm feeling is the two of you, you know, you had this romance, and it feels like it was a lot of fun. It feels like it was very romantic. It feels, you know, it feels nice. But yet, at the same time, I feel like you had two separate dreams. And I feel like this person, well, I kind of feel like you broke up with them. Okay. This is actually what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you've been together more than once, because I feel like one time he broke up with you, next time you broke up with them. But I feel the main reason this breakup happened is because two different dreams at that time. And I do feel like this person has given it a lot of thought. Like, even though it's moving very quickly towards you, I feel like it's moving now towards you, where it has been been at a standstill beforehand. At least that's your perception of it, because this person has been, it feels like this person has been really thinking it out. And it's like they made their decision. They want you. And they're coming after you. They're coming for you. Do you go back with them or not? This is what I feel. I feel that they're very safe for you to love. I do feel that this relationship can be very, very good, very loving. But at the same time, I feel that it's important here to make sure you're not putting your passions, again, or your dreams on a back shelf. Okay? It's important to continue to do what you've been doing. And I feel this is more like in your spirituality, in your spiritual growth, but also in like your creative avenues. So for some of you, I feel like you have your own business and you're very creative within this business. It's like you're the creative force behind it. And I just feel like you've put a lot of work into this. Some type of a home business. I'm saying home business, but it doesn't have to be at home. It's your business, though. Okay? If this is a business that has not taken flight yet, then it's about don't give up the dream of that business either. Don't give up your dream. If this person comes in and there's a need or even a discussion about, well, maybe if you give up this part and I do this, we can come together. And what I'm feeling is you're being told, no, don't give up your dream. You've worked hard to build your foundation. This is part of the creative process for you. And it's like, don't give it up now. So that's the only warning I'm really seeing. Like, if they come in and they're start to ask you to sacrifice, and you don't want to sacrifice, don't. Okay? I feel like there's some of you who may be some of you are in a relationship and it's kind of rocky right now. And I feel like you are either going to like a counselor or to your pastor, your minister, whoever you go to. But it feels like you're seeking spiritual counsel, but outside of yourself. Well, I suppose just by that you would know who you are. I feel like it's a great idea, because I feel like you're at that, do I stay or do I go? And I feel like this is about not giving up. I think it's a great idea, by the way. I do, it's weird because I feel like you're going to someone who's either very spiritual for advice to help you open up your perspectives. So you can see each other's perspective much easier. You know, that's laying the ego aside. But I do feel like this person, and I do feel like it's one person, and it's someone that you look up to, who is going to help the two of you stay on this path. Because I do feel like for many of you, you're meant to be together. Now, it could be an air sign. I'm going to do a card on that. Oh, look at that, ego. You know, ego is about having the sense that we're trapped. And it's because of the way we're seeing things. It's our perspective. Because it feels like an illusion, you know what I mean? I'm sure some of it is based on truths, but it feels like some of it is an illusion. I feel like some of you may be part of the problem within this relationship is financial. You know, like one's spending and one's saving. It's like two opposites trying to financially make things better. But I do feel like there's one who is definitely more careless with the finances. Yeah, definitely finances. I feel with the Eight of Earth just popping up here that it is about, you know, the person that you go to. Make sure that, you know, it's like, I want to say make sure they give you quality advice, but how do you know? Well, your intuition is one way. So I feel like really what this is saying is, if you have not sought out counsel yet, be proactive in doing the research first, you know, making sure, I don't know, it's like read the reviews about them, and it's like do some research before you pick a person, because I feel it's important to pick the right person, because I feel like this is like the one shot, you know, like you both agree, okay, yes, let's go talk to someone. Let's not, let this whole relationship go because of this. Let's talk to someone first, see if this can be fixed. But I feel like Spirit's saying, make sure it's someone who is like a master of their trade. It doesn't have to be a religious leader. You know, it can be someone who's very spiritual. I feel like what it really means is make sure you trust this person, like your intuition. You know, so let's say you haven't, well, I don't feel like you've met them yet. Your intuition will let you know if this is the right person or not. But I feel like you'll know before, like you'll know when you make the appointment. Okay, I feel good about this. So, you know, it's like, don't give up. Do not give up. You know, I feel like this King of Fire is, I feel this is for male, same-sex relationship. I feel that you are dealing with this King of Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And okay, I need to go back just for 1 second, because for the ones I was just talking about that are seeking counsel for their relationship, I feel the King of Fire is here for you too. Because I feel like the King of Fire is here to tell you that, I know you can't ask for their sign, like, hi, I'm looking for counseling for me and my husband, and I need to know if you're a fire sign or not, that kind of thing. But I do feel this King of Fire is the person who comes in and helps you. I feel this person is like very creative in their ideas. It's almost like they're going to give you homework, but it's fun. It's fun kind of homework. So I'm feeling very good about that. Okay, now let's go back to the same sex guys out there. I feel like this Knight of Fire and you feels like you're on different wavelengths right now. Can I say, if some of you may be in a business together, this could be a business partnership also. It could be business and love together. Excuse me 1 second. Look at that. Another Knight of Air. Knight of Air, Knight of Air. So this Knight of Air was certainly meant for the two of you. But I feel like, it feels to me like the two of you are doing something in the creative field together. If you're not, you will be. Because again, this energy may not have come in yet. So I feel like this King of Fire is going to offer, I feel like they're going to offer you some type of position. Okay, I'm starting to see how it's unfolding. So I feel like this King of Fire, and it is male, and I'm talking to the males also, okay? So this King of Fire is going to come in, and there's some type of position he's going to offer you. And, geez, I just feel like you say yes. And it feels a little magical in a way. Because it feels like you brush up against each other. So it feels very legitimate, okay? Like this person's coming in with an actual offer. It has nothing to do about love. I don't even feel like when they come in, like the two of you have that magnetic bond right away. But I feel that when you touch, when you accident, because that's what I feel. I feel like one of you accidentally rubs up against the other, and it's like, bam, you feel the magic. You feel the magic within that. So it started as a very legitimate business offer. And I do feel that you're going to say yes to this. Because again, I feel like it's moving very fast. It's like you don't have a lot of time to think about it. What are you going to do? I need an answer. I need an answer because I have 10 people waiting in line. But, I saw your work. I was impressed with your work. Or you came highly recommended. Something like that. And, do you want to take this adventure? Because that's what it feels like. Do you want to take this adventure? And I do feel you say yes. And it's kind of beautiful because, here you are. Now, okay, I'm going to just say this doesn't mean that you're starting your own business. That's certainly one avenue. For some of you, this is moving you up in a company. So this king is coming in to offer you something that's going to benefit you. And it just so happens at the same time, the two of you know that you're meant to be together. This definitely feels like soulmate love. Because literally, I see you just accidentally brushing up together. And it's like, what? What was that? So go for it. This feels fantastic. It feels fantastic. Feels like it was meant to be all along. Oh, that's the same card I just had. Let's pull one more card on that. See if we can get an outcome on that. We can get an outcome, Spirit. An outcome on that. Okay. Well, I knew it was soulmate. And, you know, with the Royal card here, I almost feel like it's, you know, it's like past lives. It's like coming back together. But neither one of you expected. Honestly, neither one of you expected. Like, he is not offering you this. I feel that he finds you very attractive. But it's not because of that. It is strictly because of your ideas. It's strictly because of your abilities. And they know that. And, you know, I mean, let's face it, you guys are being pulled together by the universe. It's the coming back together. You know, and this union brings celebration and, you know, well, it's like your path is enlightened to you. Here is your path. Joy, contentment, gratitude. How did this happen? Thank you. You know, that kind of thing. Like, sometimes I feel like this type of energy happens when you're having one of the worst days. Because I just feel like the universe likes to surprise us in that way. Like, just when you think all is lost, bam, here comes this king. Now, there's no mistaking him, Pisces, okay? There's no mistaking him because I almost feel like it might be a Leo, okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. I just feel like if it was Aries, it would be beside you. Now, they are kind of connected, so we're going to leave that all open. It's definitely a fire sign. I do feel like it is sun, moon, or rising. Nothing that you have to search deeply into their chart for. It's almost like you say, oh, what's your sign? Well, you know, I'm a Leo with Aries moon and Scorpio rising, that kind of thing. So it feels like there's, you know, they're very fiery. Well, there you go. You know, I got the card Ego again, and I shuffled them. You know, and it's like I do feel like you're having a day when everything around you is just negative. Like everything around you feels like it's falling apart. You know, like you feel like you're losing finances in some way. Perhaps you were worried about your job. You know, I kind of feel like maybe you felt this energy coming, but it was confusing to you because, I mean, come on. We don't, you know, I'm telling you this is a possible twin flame. Definitely soulmate. So it's like I feel like you've been feeling the energy, but it's been confusing to you. And I do feel like you've been focusing, I mean, I feel this is how you'll know it's you. I feel like you've been focusing on your material needs too much. You know, like, well, I'm just going to leave it at that. You're overly focused on your material needs. And when you're having that day, you know, of you're really feeling negative that day. Bam. And your life changes. Just like that. Well, congratulations. Okay. I have to say, for that energy, it felt to me like it was definitely male. Definitely male. I didn't feel female anywhere in there. Okay. Let's see what Release Your Ex is doing here. You know, just real quick, I feel like there are some of you who are either going to be proposed to this month or you're getting married this month. And I do feel like it is the month of May. Okay. All right. Release Your Ex. Tell us why else Release Your Ex is here, Spirit. Why else is Release Your Ex here, Pisces? Give us some more clarity on that, please. Page of Air. Queen of Earth. Well, for some of you, this is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And this person is someone who they're not very kind with their words. They're not very kind. Well, they're not very kind with. They're not very straightforward with their words. So they leave you dangling, wondering, are we coming together? Or are we not coming together? And with the Page of Air here, it just feels like it is. It doesn't feel like it's the news you want to hear. So, okay, so for some of you, I mean, it's just letting go of this earth sign. Someone who'd be of your age, by the way. And it's funny because I feel like this is karmic. This was a karmic relationship. And that just means there were some real lessons within this relationship for you. You know, sometimes it's just unfinished energy. You know, could be from a previous life, but I feel that this is more about, it's the end of this karmic relationship, and, you know, the last thing left to do is for you to let it go. You know, I feel like there were some major lessons here that if you review them, you'll see that they can certainly help you going forward. This is the lesson, not the person. Okay? Because I feel like this person, I feel like you definitely need to let this person go. Because they are, boy, they're just making you so sad. They're making you so unhappy. They're holding back their feelings. They're confusing you. And I feel like they're almost doing it on purpose. Honestly, I feel like they're doing it on purpose. Just like keeping you in there just a little, just enough to keep your interest sparked. But I don't feel like it's going any further than that. So I feel like I feel like you'll know who you are, because I feel like they are exactly who they have been all along. So through the relationship, even though you thought maybe I could change them, maybe they'll change, this and that, they are not changing. It almost feels like they're unchangeable, though everyone's changeable. But they have to want to do the changing, and they don't see the need within themselves to change. And it's not even your concern at this point, because I feel like this is truly karmic, and it's about letting it go. What were the lessons in there? Sometimes the lesson is just what we know we don't want with our ultimate partner, our husband, our wife. Or if you don't want to get married, your committed partner. Sometimes it's just about that. What I don't want. The type of energy I don't want in my home. Because I want my home to be peaceful. And I want, I want it to be loving. It's not going to happen here. And I do feel the sooner you let go of this, it's like let that karmic lesson come to an end. You've learned the lesson. Maybe you just don't realize it yet. It's right there. It's like right on the surface for you. So it's just about learning that lesson or picking that lesson out and then closing the door. I know it's easier said than done, but I have to tell you, I feel like, listen, I know you're going to think about them for a while. They're going to be on your mind. And I feel what Spirit wants you to do is every time you think of them, get used to replacing the thought of them with something else immediately. Even something is like, okay, I'm thinking of them. Oh, and you can just start saying, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am beautiful. I am fulfillment. I am spiritual. I am love. That kind of thing. So it's taking them out of your head and replacing it with love for yourself. And Spirit's saying, this is one of the ways you can stop thinking about them. You have to make that effort. So I guess this is good advice for anyone, right? If we have someone on our mind and we can't let go of them, we just replace that thought until what you're doing is you're training your brain. Our brains are trainable. Okay, I'm going to let that go. But I do feel like once you close this door, that there is an opportunity that will come to you. And let me just throw a card in that, because I do feel like, well, there you go. 9 of Waters. 9 of Cups. So look at that. You close the door. 9 of Waters is about your concerns slowly fading away. Just fading away, just like the water. It's like your worries got picked up in a wave, and they're just now flowing away. And what replaces it is a love for life again. And with the 9 of Cups here, it's like, a love of life again. But also, it's like, I feel that there's love attached. Love attached. Well, we have a Queen of Air here. So that's what I feel. Because honestly, in the beginning, that's what I felt. Like, it's like, as soon as you can let go of that energy, and it's not even about even getting them out of your mind completely, it's closing the door to the idea. So it's letting them know, like, no, this is done. We're done. I don't care if I think about you for the next 10 years. We're done today. It's it. And you close that door. Now, I do feel like a little time has to go by. But bam, here comes this Queen of Air. Queen or King. And the Queen of Air is about clearing away the things that no longer are serving you. And it's funny because I'm seeing the word humor on here, and I don't know if I've ever seen that before. But that's what it feels like. It's like you can then look back at this previous relationship, this ex, and it's like it's almost funny. It's almost funny because it's like night and day. And they are night and day, right? Because we had earth and now we have air. And air Communication. Easily communication. Earth. Some of the hardest people to get to open up. So it is like night and day. And this person coming in is the kind of person that you really have wanted, but now you know. Now you know. And it's, you know, what I love is I felt there was clarity before this even showed up on one of the lessons is learning what you no longer will accept in a relationship. And I feel one of those things was in communication. Someone not being free with their emotions. Someone not letting you know how they feel about you. Not showing you how they feel about you. You know? It's just like these, okay, just stringing you on. And now we have the Queen of Air, who's all about communication. Beautiful. That feels beautiful. Okay, let's close that message. Okay. Too many, guys. All right, I want to do a card on the Nine of Fire, which is your outgoing card. And the Nine of Fire is a card that asks you not to give up. You know, not to give up. It's like you're almost there. You're almost at your goal. Whatever this goal is, you're so close to it. So it's about continuing on, having courage, believing in yourself, that kind of energy. You know, it's a card of action because it's fire. Well, let's see. Why does the Nine of Fire show up here? What's the Nine of Fire here for Pisces? Nine of Fire. It's their outgoing card. What else can you tell us? Card overboard. 1 second. Look at that. Here's the 9. Don't give up. You're so close. So close. So close to what? 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is, number 1, it's a pentacle. So it's a feeling of financial security. It's not the feeling. It is financial security. I'm just noticing how it's touching these two kings. So, you know, we could go back and even look at the 2 kings that are coming together within a creative process. But, hey, you just found your soulmate at the same time. Bam, 10 of Earth on there. Very happy family life. You might be adopting some children together. Okay, I feel like you're having 1 child naturally. So I know I'm going down pretty far down the road here, but I do feel like I feel like you will. It's like you're going to some type of maybe it's like a sperm bank, or has something to do with your sperm and having a baby. But it's a business. Or, well, I mean, I guess it's a business, but it's an organization. And then I feel you guys adopt someone. You adopt a baby too. Because I feel like, I know I'm looking way down, but what I'm feeling is the two of you will have the discussion of, you know, we have to have a brother or sister. You know, they have to have a brother or sister. By the way, guys, I feel like this is it for you. Like this is the guy. This is the guy for the rest of your life. I mean, I feel you're very, very blessed here. Very blessed. And for the others with the Ten of Pentacles, it's just like, don't give up. Don't give up on your hopes and your dreams, you know, because you're so close to, the harvest. You know, it's like the reward is right around the corner. I don't know why. Just told to look at these cards. So something's been a little bit challenging within that. Something's been a little bit challenging. And I also feel that this is about writing your ideas down. I feel like you're getting a lot of epiphanies. Like you're getting a lot of different epiphanies of, oh, wouldn't this be great? And, oh, like this is how I should do this. And then you forget about them. So I feel like you need to keep either a recording device by you, a notebook by you, something where you can jot things down or just hit record and say, okay, remind me of this. Because you're going to use these ideas. And I feel like you're going to go far with them. But it's like you're almost there. Perhaps you're writing a book. Or if you're writing a book, just be careful that, I don't know how this works, even though I'm writing a book myself, but I don't know how the process works once you write that book or once you begin the book, like when you're out marketing the book. I feel like there's a need to make sure your work is protected. So it's like before you start sending whatever this creative passion of yours is, feels like a book, but you know, like a memoir or something. It's make sure it's protected. You know, make sure the copyright is correct. Make sure that your side of it is protected. I also feel to make sure that you have good representation with you. You know, it's important to read documents. And the documents that you do not understand completely, take them to an attorney or someone. You know, if you have a friend who is an attorney, I do feel like you need professional though. So if it's a friend who's an attorney, that's great. If you don't have a friend who's an attorney, I feel like then it's about, well, seeking out the right professional. Just to make sure you're protected. Again, it feels very much like you're writing a book, but it can be anything along that line, a blog. Well, I'm going to let that go because I have like a million things coming to my head of what it could be, but I feel like you already know at this point. Okay. I'm going to put a card right down. Actually, I'm going to put one card on top of the Romance Angels. Except for release your ex. I feel like that message is done. So we're just going to let that go. Can I just real quick, I wanted to say thank you to those who have sent me different ideas, especially with my thumb on healing and those kind of things. And Ruby Star you've been just so beautiful with your advice, your spiritual advice. I love that. I do love that, and I do listen. I take it all to heart. I don't know why that just came up. Oh, I know why, because somebody gave me the advice like I was shuffling really hard, and I probably do. So I'm like trying to shuffle a little lighter now. So thank you for that advice. I do take it. I mean, why not? Great advice is great advice. Okay. I feel like for some of you, I hate to say this, I don't like to give bad news, but it's realistic. It's the truth. Excuse me. I feel that some of you just recently got into a relationship. It may not be a relationship yet, but you just started dating someone, and it feels like you're right at that point of whether you're going to be exclusive or not. I do feel that this may be not the best person for you. I feel like they have ulterior motives. If you feel like you cannot be your authentic self with them, then this message is for you. Because that's what I feel. I feel like, and I don't feel like, I feel like part of it's coming from you just because you're feeling 100% confident. Well, you know what you're doing is you're feeling the energy. And the energy it's like it's giving you a warning sign, It's like the red flags. So your intuition is telling you, no, this is not the one. It's not the one. And one of the reasons why it's not the one is because you can't be your authentic self with this person. And it's just the wrong time. It's not divinely guided. So it's not the type of relationship that even if you go forward, it's just going to end. Well, it's going to be one of these where you now become the person who has to release the ex. So I feel like we're catching it early enough where your heart is not completely committed. But this person, well, you cannot be yourself with this person. It's like you have to wear a mask. You have to pretend you're something that you're not. And that's not good. And I do feel that even though right now I feel like they're being all lovey-dovey with you, and this has nothing to do with you, by the way, so don't take this as a personal hit. They are just not ready to settle down, okay? They're the type of person, I mean, I feel like you have chosen this type of person over and over, actually. And it's like, here we go again. It's like the merry-go-round. Here we go again. But, and here we go again is absolutely right. But at the same time, just like back in the beginning, you can learn from this person, again, what it is you do not want. You do not want within a relationship. This is not divinely guided. So this is a completely free will choices here, okay? But I do feel through this, if you look at it, once again, through realistic eyes, you see, okay, well, I'm getting better and better at picking up the bullshit, Like my antenna is there now, picking up the bullshit. So when you pick up the bullshit, it's about moving out of it then. Don't stay within it. Because, I mean, face it, there's a million people, well, more than a million people So they can't all be right for us. And sometimes it's just simply that. And we can't take it as a personal hit, because I felt like, well, Spirit had me say that first. Don't take it as a personal hit. Don't take it as another notch. You know, like, oh, here we go again. Again, I'm not worthy. Oh, you are. But what I feel the Spirit's saying, it's really important for you to be yourself. And that is, I feel, part of the lesson you're learning here. And I feel you're also now going to see a pattern, because that's what I feel like. I'm on a merry-go-round. Here I go again. Here I go again. This time, Pisces, you can stop it before you get your heart broken, because you're not, you know, like you're right on the verge, right on that edge. So I think it's kind of beautiful that Spirit's coming in here and letting you know. It's almost like a warning. You can choose to listen or you can choose not to. It's completely up to you. I don't know why you wouldn't, but you know, and I also feel like there's a possibility of you guys being good friends. You know, it almost feels like just stop the relationship, stop the romantic part, because you know, you're feeling it within your intuition that it's not right. It's not right for you. Okay? Yet at the same time, I feel like you guys could be very good friends. Sometimes it's all you're meant to be. Maybe that's why they came into your life. Number one, to, again, show you this pattern so you can break it. You know, what could that be from? If you keep bringing the wrong people in time after time after time, it's your energy. But it usually stems from some type of lack of self-confidence, usually due to a reason, like, you know, our childhood, or okay, well, I just heard, this may just be for one, I don't know, but I just heard that there's someone who lost their love. Someone's love passed. And that's one of the patterns. Now, this is just for a few people. The other message I just said applies to many, but for a few, maybe just one, you lost your true love. They passed away. I feel like it's happened like it was a while ago. You know, 10 years ago. Feels like it's been a while, but your heart, of course, is not completely healed. And it, you know, it probably never will completely. And I feel what you're doing is you're trying to find someone like that, but you're going about it in the wrong way. You know, what I feel is this is about trusting in the universe and trusting in your guides. Because I feel like I'm trying to pick up if it's a male or female who passed. I don't know. But I do feel like they are helping you now. Like they are, if you allow, they will help bring the right person to you. Why do I keep getting ego? Did I shuffle these? I keep getting ego, and I did shuffle them. So for some of you, this may have been a fire sign who passed. And again, it's that feeling of trying to not replace them. I feel like what you're saying in your head is, if I cannot have that type of love again, then I don't want any love. Yet at the same time, you're getting lonely. And this loneliness is because I feel like you're still going out and you're still dating. And this relationship looks to you right now like there's legs to stand on, but there's not. And it's like your loved one is coming in just to tell you that. Don't invest any more time in this. It's almost like just allow us to bring you love. Yeah. I mean, this is, listen, you're being divinely guided by your loved one. I feel like, this is weird, but I feel like your loved one had a big fish tank, okay, or a love of fish. And I feel like it's more like goldfish and, would that be freshwater, right? Freshwater type of fish. So not so much tropical fish, but I feel like you guys had, okay, well, there's a little bit of clear message. So I feel like one of your goldfish grew, like, was so much bigger than the rest of them, but I feel like when you purchased this fish, it was in that plastic baggie, just a normal little fish, and when you put them in your fish tank, it's like this one goldfish just got gigantic. So that's a little hint, okay? And I'm saying gigantic. I don't mean gigantic, but I mean it's something. I feel what your loved one is saying is, this is how you'll know it's me, because I know this part of it, and there's something within a goldfish that surprised you both and gave you a good laugh. Like you found it very funny, and kind of amazing at the same time. So your loved one is saying, hang in there. See this pattern now because they're worried about you. Like, see what you're trying to do. You're trying to replace them, and you can't replace them. But yet they're also saying that love is going to come to you. And no, it's not going to be them, but they're going to have a hand in it. I'm going to do one more card on that. And I know some of you guys hate it when I like stop on, on a message. But you have to realize for this person, this is a very important message. So we have to give the space to allow everyone to receive their message. But I feel like you've been waiting for a message. And something within a goldfish is like a little clue to you. And they're telling you that they're going to help direct what I feel like will be the person you end up with for the rest of your life now. All right. Any more clarity on that, Spirit? Any more clarity on that? Any more clarity for that? Justice. I kind of love that. Page of Michaels. Leap of faith. Let's do one below it. Five of Ariel. I feel like, number one, the Five of Ariel showed up for you to tell you that your loved one is right beside you. Your loved one is right beside you. And I do feel like you try to talk to them, and I feel like you do talk to them, but you are not feeling or hearing them right now, because I feel like you need to know that they're still beside you, okay? And it could be why you're not hearing them or feeling them as much, because you're kind of wrapped up in this situation right now. But they're telling you, I'm here for you, always going to be here for you. And it's like they're fighting from above. Not fighting, but it's like they are presenting your case. They're presenting your case to ask for a beautiful love to be sent to you. And listen, it's going to happen. Especially with the Fool card here, leap of faith. It's a new beginning. It feels like a brand new beginning to you. You're never going to forget this person. But what they're saying, it's time for you to love again. But don't just love anyone. And don't try to find someone like me. Allow me, or allow, well, me, and this, not me, but them, and the guides to bring you someone. It's like, just trust. I don't feel like you need to go anywhere, be anywhere. I really don't. I feel like they're just going to bring you someone. Let's see if they tell us who. Maybe a Leo. Maybe a Leo. Because then we have the Six of Michaels. That's kind of beautiful. So it could certainly be a Leo coming to you. Not a Leo, fire sign. A lot of fire in this reading, right? But the Six of Michaels, it's about, it's about moving out of troubled waters. Moving into a more peaceful, contentment type time of life. So they're sending you this fire sign. Sun, or Leo is represented by the sun, so it could certainly be Leo. Don't think there's any other planets ruled by the sun. Okay. Well, I'm going to take them. They fell out, so. The Eight of Michaels. Love it. Ace of Ariel. Ten of Michaels. So I'm not really sure which way they fell, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like this is a general message. With the Eight of Michaels, the Ten of Michaels, and the Ace of Ariel, I feel like this is simply, for those of you who are blocking yourselves, it's time to see it. It's time to stand up and claim victory over our lives again. Claim victory, take control back where control is needed. I feel like it's like a new way of acting, a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, there's, this feeling of being trapped is coming to an end. Because we have the Ace of Ariel right next to it. And the Ace of Ariel is one of those cards where, well, Ariel is Pentacles, so it could certainly mean material. But to me, it's a card of magic. That's what I feel. It's like, it just feels magical to me. I'm not even looking at the meaning. It's just how the card makes me feel. Like I have magic all around me. There's like sparkles all around me. And, it's like, oh my God, look at that. Oh, like I didn't even know I had all this magic. And part of that's within your own thoughts. Like letting the heaviness go. Listen, Mercury's direct now. So for many of us, it's just like letting that heavy energy go, being in our head. Thinking. And now it's about seeing what we have, being grateful for everything we have. And through us being grateful, it's like more magic just keeps coming in. But you have to say goodbye to the things that aren't serving you any longer. You have to put a confident end to it. The end. But, the end. The door's closed. But, nope. It's closed. Closed. Starting new. I have a new way of being, a new way of thinking. And through that, I feel it's just through your energy alone, it's like you start to open up the pathway of positive thinking. And, you open up the pathway of prosperity coming to you in any different, it can certainly be financial, but it can also be support. It can be, it can be anything. Anything that makes you feel great, because that's what I feel like. Some of you, because this is kind of right across the board, here's this new beginning with your soulmate, right? These kings, it's your new beginning. It's this change, this new job offer comes to you. Bam, brand new beginning. And that's kind of open for anyone there. Well, that was just a little unexpected message. Okay. All right. I want to do cards on the King of Fire. And for some reason, I feel like I've already gone over the 30 minutes, which I knew I would. Well, we have a couple here. Geez, another scenario? So we have King, or blah, 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 Queen and King. I do feel this is a Queen and King. Can't deny it's a fire, right? We just cannot deny it's fire. Whether it's female for the males, whether it's males for the females, male for male, female for female, doesn't matter. We have a couple. We have a coming together. Let's put it that way. Because I feel like this has not happened yet. I feel like this is part of your dream. I always feel like this is an energy, or this person comes in and it's like they light a fire under you. Like they light a fire under your ass to get you moving again, to get you involved in life again, almost. You have the Nine of Gabriel on top of that. Excuse me. And for me, Nine of Gabriel is about being prepared, not even so much prepared, but being open to any possibility. Because with the Two of Gabriel here, this is about two people who share the same vision. And I love that. I really love that. And I feel like it's like this coming together. I want to say they bring this magic to your life, but you've always had the magic. You just don't know that. But you always have the magic, and you will always have the magic. You just got to look for it. Sometimes it's in the, like my reading to me many times just feels like magic. No, not witchcraft kind of magic. Beautiful, spiritual magic. I feel like some of you are going to meet this person while you are out walking your dog. You are out walking your dog, and whether you're walking by a beach, or walking in the city. Maybe you're walking by a river. I feel like you're out, maybe this is, so you'll know this is for you. So I feel like when you're walking your dog, you do walk by a body of water. I don't know if it's like the ocean, a river, or a creek, but it's a body of water. And I feel like you go that direction on your walk when you're walking your dog. Perhaps you walk, that's just where you walk too, but I feel like you seek out that direction. And it's like someone else has been walking their dog. Because it's funny, I kind of feel like you don't know each other, yet I do feel like there's been you're like, hi, how are you? Can I tell you, Pisces, I feel like this time when you're out walking your dog, because sometimes we have to be the one to take action. Why not, What's the worst going to happen? They say, no, I don't want to go out with you, so you cross the street, walk on that side. But I don't feel that's what's going to happen, because I feel like you should go up to them and just start conversation. Because I feel like you've been passing each other, and it's like, hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Like, first it was just smiles, then it was actual hi, and now it's, hi, how are you? But can I tell you, I feel like when this person's walking their dog, and they see you, and you don't see them, I feel like there's many times where they've crossed the street. They've crossed something. So they would end up directly in your path. Look at that. On the right path, the star card. On the right path. You're on the right path. We're talking fire, fire, fire. And with the star card here, it could be an Aquarius. It could be Aquarius, okay? Because it could be. It doesn't have to be. Well, we know it's fire. It's like happy days are here again. Some of you may walk your dog in, I feel like you walk your dog during the day sometimes, but sometimes I feel like you're walking your dog at night, and I feel like it doesn't feel like dark. Maybe it's dusk. But you can see the stars in the sky, like you can see the moon, but it doesn't feel like pitch dark. Because I feel like when this moves to the next level, it's a very starry night. There's a lot of stars in the sky. It's a very clear night. Listen, it kind of feels like it's around the not the new moon, the full moon. Okay, I know what I'm seeing now. So what I'm feeling is, yeah, you see each other, you talk to each other. It's very quick, like, hello, how are you? I feel you know who I'm talking about. And I feel like if you go up to them and say something like, it's so weird, we walk our dogs the same time every day. Do you ever walk your dog do you walk your dog at night? That kind of thing. I feel like there will be a date set up to walk your dogs together at night. And this is when things start to develop. This feels so romantic. And I have a feeling you don't believe me right now, because right now I don't think you feel that part of it, though I do feel like you're happy when you see them, and they literally will go out of their way to make sure they are on your path. Listen, this feels so beautiful, because I see the two of you now walking your dogs. Now, well, in my mind right now, you have your dogs, and it's now nighttime, and the sky is just amazing. Star. It's like it was made for romance. That's what it feels like. Now, you have to have a dog if this message is for you, because this is a very clear message. Wow. Yeah. Four of Raphael. Look for the magic in life. Look for the magic in life. Sometimes when it's just when we're walking down the street, we don't know it. This person is your magic. This person is your magic. You know, Nine of Gabriel. Be prepared for any possibility, even in the possibility that you might have just found your true love. This is so beautiful, guys. Okay, I think I'm going to let it go at that message because, wow. Makes me wish I had a dog. If I had a dog, I'd be out walking it right now. I really would. I mean, that's how strong I feel this message. Like, it's just, oh. Let me put it this way. The feeling I have that you're going to have is the feeling that I am searching for when it comes to love. It's something that, you know, like I'm willing to just allow magic to happen. Yet at the same time, I'm going to be proactive. And I feel that's what it is. Like, you don't have to, because I feel like they will approach you. But I feel like this can just be sped up by you simply making it's like, get the conversation open and the rest will just happen. So congratulations. Go walk your dogs. Maybe you could be walking a cat. I don't know, but I guess that's if you put a cat on a leash. I don't know. And let me tell you something. When you walk by each other, your dogs were, you know, a lot of times dogs will bark at other dogs. Your dogs don't bark at each other. It's like it's like they're happy to see each other. It's almost like your dogs are soulmates. And you guys are soulmates. And it's almost like the dogs are what's bringing you together. Helpful people by your place, by your side, that turns into magic. It doesn't always have to be people. It's like your dog knows. Okay, I'm going to let that go. But get out there and walk your dogs. Listen, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of magic is happening outside. So get outside, guys. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. I know I went way over my time. I haven't even looked, but I already know. I can feel it. But that's okay. I'd stay here all day if there were more, you know. Well, I'm sure there's a million more messages, but I love you guys. You know that. Listen, go out and live your lives this month, okay? I don't know what's going on with Neptune, but I feel like it is working for you guys. You know, I do. I feel like it is really working for you guys. For those who need clarity, I feel like clarity is there for you as long as you're in the present moment. Okay? It's about being in the present moment, seeing the magic around you, letting go of the stuff that is not magical, like this. All right, guys, I love you to death. Love you to death. One of the reasons why I was trying to do shorter videos is so I could do more videos more often. It's still my plan, I swear. It's just that, you know, I'm really trying to figure out a better schedule. Because I do a lot of my personal readings, you know, in the office during the day. So I do these type of readings around that, and then I have certain times where I do my personal readings from you guys online. people who order readings. So, by the way, if you're interested in a reading, all the information is below. There's a little new thing that my daughter's doing. If those who need a very quick turnaround with just a question, let me know. Or you can email her, and her email is jennylovetarot@gmail.com. So it's Jenny, Jenny, love, Love, tarot, Tarot, right? God, I just forgot, at gmail.com. So you can email her. If you email me for a question for her, what I do is I just forward it to her, okay? And I let her handle all that. But, yeah, so that option is there for you guys also. And the only thing I ask is, once you purchase your reading from PayPal, and then you send that second email with, explaining your situation or the questions you want covered, please make sure that if your email, PayPal, name, what have you, is different than the email you send me with questions, let me know so I'm spending a lot of time trying to match people, okay? Yeah, just let me know so you don't get lost in the mix, because I do have one person from March I'm still searching for, Tracy. That's all I can say. That's it. That's it. I just want to say thank you to your guides and my guides, because I feel like they really showed up for us today. And I really want to thank them. I see a lot of love. A lot of love. A little bit of hard energy, but not... I mean, this is nothing compared to the other months, right? Nothing compared to the other months. So you can see how when you do the work, the energy just gets better and better and better. All right, guys, I love you to death. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I mean, you blow me away. Thank you for your donations, by the way. I said it before, but the donations you give me, I put back into the business, and I'm also going to start some kind of a fund to help others. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I've gotten a lot of great ideas, but have an idea of what I want to do. Is just, put it in action. But it's through your donations that I can do things like that. So, that we can help other people too. So thank you. So grateful. So grateful. All right. Love you guys. Have a beautiful May. Please have a beautiful May. And, I just want to throw one added note in here. When you're making comments about the month, like this doesn't apply to me, there's no way you can know if it applies to you until the end of the month, unless you're in the midst of the situation right now. Much of this energy is yet to come in, so of course it won't resonate at the beginning of the month, but it may start to resonate, in the middle of the month. Or put it this way, if one of these situations starts to happen, rewatch the video again, for the advice on it. Okay, guys, I love you to death. Thank you. Bye-bye.